Hello and welcome. It's one of the most politically sensitive decisions that the Manmohan Singh-led UP government has taken. It was way back in 1991 when Manmohan, in his capacity as the finance minister, paved way for India's growth by liberalizing the economy. Now, with a hike in fuel prices and opening up of FDI in retail, aviation and broadcasting, Manmohan seems to be showcasing the reformist attitude of the Congress government. But are they biting more than they can chew? We fetch you all the political backlash. You are watching Headlines Now with me, Linda Hercules. A quick look at the top headlines. The Supreme Court poses tough questions to the government over coal scam and gives it 8 weeks to respond. While the allies demand the fuel price hike to be withdrawn, markets turn bullish over government's reforms attitude. Anti-nuclear protesters take to the sea for the second day in a row against fuel loading at the Kodamkulam nuclear plant. A group of protesters from the Tamil Nadu Muslim Munnetra Kazhagam attacked the American consulate in Chennai. Government takes a bold step and clears foreign investment in multi-brand retail and in the aviation sector. Congress General Secretary Rahul Gandhi faces protests from angry villagers in his own constituency in Amethi. Deccan Chargers likely to survive in the IPL as Yes Bank agrees to pay the salaries of players for the last season. Is the BCCI superstitious board not to experiment with new jerseys in the T20 World Cup? And the latest version of the iPhone to make its tour in India only by December of this year. News in detail. The coal scandal that has created a crisis for the government will now also play out in the Supreme Court. The government has been given 8 weeks to explain if it allowed guidelines in allocating valuable coal fields to private firms. Is it a coincidence that the relatives of politicians benefited, asked the judges, after accepting a public interest litigation on the matter? The Supreme Court wants the centre to explain the guidelines it framed to decide who would get coal blocks and whether these were then implemented. The judges also want to know if the rules included any sort of safety check to ensure few private companies did not benefit unfairly. The government must also explain why it delayed the introduction of an auction or competitive bidding process to explain transparency. Lastly, the court wanted to know what steps were proposed to be taken against the allottees who have not adhered to the terms of allocation or have breached the agreement.
I have filed my petition coupled with 5 prayers. Court have concentrated himself with my first prayer, that is the cancellation of the allotment 194 coal block in 6 states by Prime Minister as well as by Coal Minister Shri Prakash Jaiswal. Court have called the counter reply in detail coupled with the policy and the guideline. At present, no, but at the time of 2004, what was there and whether it was done accordingly or not. If court found something wrong, certainly court will go for prosecution. कोर्ट ने नोटिस इशू किया है, एडिशनल सॉलिसिटर जनरल मिस्टर नरीमन अपीयर हुए थे. आधे घंटे के आर्गुमेंट के बाद में कोर्ट ने कहा नो, वी आर नॉट एग्री विद यू, वी विल एग्जामिन दिस एंटायर इशू वेदर द कोल ब्लॉक हैज बीन अलॉटेड टू ऑल पॉलिटिशियन और देयर किथ एंड किन, वेदर दिस इज ओनली कोइंसिडेंट और इट इज डन डिलिबरेटली.
Meanwhile, the government has said that mining licenses of some more companies would be cancelled. After attending a meeting on infrastructure projects convened by Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, Coal Minister Shri Prakash Jaiswal stated that some more coal blocks would be deallocated. The government had yesterday decided to deallocate 4 blocks and to deduct bank guarantees of 3 others belonging to private companies for failing to meet timelines on production and development of mines. Staying with politics, the word rolled back remains the political buzzword after the government decided to hike the price of diesel by 5 rupees and to restrict access to subsidized cooking gas. But markets and the industry instantly cheered the move, aiming at boosting a failing economy. Sources in the government say that it is unlikely to roll back its decision. Allies like a shocked Mamata Banerjee and the DMK have demanded that the hike be withdrawn. Samajwadi Party chief Mulayam Singh Yadav has also condemned the fuel hike. The BJP meanwhile has threatened an agitation if the fuel hike is not rolled back.
உங்ககிட்ட ஏற்கனவே அந்த டீசல் விலை உயர்வை பத்தி பேசிட்டாங்களா? காங்கிரஸ் தரப்புல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு தகவல் சொல்லிட்டாங்களா?
ஆனால் கொஞ்சம் சைடில் ஆனால் கேமரா ஆனால் உங்கள் கேமரா ஃப்ரேம்
ஏன் நீங்கள் யூபிஏ கோஆர்டினேஷன் கமிட்டி மீட்டிங்கை வந்து கூட்டணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. அதில் என்ன டிமாண்ட்ஸை வந்து முன்வைக்கிறீங்கய்யா நீங்கள்?
Both the diesel price hike and the LPG cylinder restriction is going to hit the common people in a bad way. Our party has strongly protested. We are going to discuss with all other political parties how to organize a powerful movement to demand that the government roll back these price increases.
And the increase is not very high because we are losing about 17 to 18 rupees per litre, and this increase is only 5 rupees. So government will have to take a view as to whether this increase is sufficient and how much they have to give from the budget, etc. So in my view, this was overdue, long overdue, and little dose has been of increase has been effected, which is a welcome sign.
Decision taken by the government is totally anti-people, anti-common man. Particularly, it will hit the rural people very much because diesel is used mainly by the agriculturists in the rural areas as there is severe power shortage across the country. So that being the case, increase of 5 rupees per litre in diesel is going to have a very severe and serious effect on agriculture.
स्वाभाविक है कि डीजल का दाम बहुत वर्षों से नहीं बढ़ा था. डीजल का दाम हमने अभी भी कंट्रोल करके रखा था, केवल पेट्रोल को डिकंट्रोल किया था. तो अब डीजल का दाम जो इतने वर्षों बाद बढ़ा है, स्वाभाविक है कि डीजल में करीब 1.25 लाख की अंडर रिकवरी चल रही थी. तो ये समझता हूँ कि 5 रुपया उन्होंने अगर बढ़ाया है, इस सरकार ने फैसला किया है, तो ये कठोर निर्णय के सिवाय कोई विकल्प या कोई उपाय नहीं था.
हम तो इसको बिल्कुल जनता विरोधी कदम मानते हैं. आम आदमी की थाली जिसमें पहले ही दाल और रोटी के अलावा कुछ बचा नहीं है और वो भी कम होता चला जा रहा है, सरकार ने डीजल के दाम बढ़ा के उसमें से दाल और रोटी चुराने का काम किया है. हम उसकी निंदा भी करते हैं और उसका पुरजोर विरोध भी करेंगे और उसमें जनता से समर्थन भी.
The LPG price, there is little interesting variant out here. There was a proposal in Parliament given by the Honourable Minister of State for Petroleum that MPs should start taking cylinders without the subsidy. All the MPs had agreed to it. I don't know why he has not implemented it. All bureaucrats, all highest income bracket people who do not need subsidy from the government of India, all non-domestic users. A lot of eateries we have found that they are buying LPG at a subsidized price. So all such people should be first given diesel LPG cylinders at non-subsidized rates, and then also if the under recovery is too much, should the common man be attacked. Unilaterally hiking these prices is a very, very undesirable thing, and Trinamool Congress is going to oppose it full-heartedly.
General purpose fuel should not be subsidized. Targeted subsidy for those who need it is justified. That is why yesterday the government has said that up to 6 cylinders of LPG will be available at the present price. They have not changed the kerosene price. Diesel is a general purpose input into all economic activity. And quite frankly, to say that we should not have raised the diesel price amounts to saying one of two things. Either that the budget will bear the deficit burden, in which case the plan would have to be cut, or it is saying let us starve the petroleum sector companies. That will be a disaster. So I'm very glad that the government has taken this step. It is still, by the way, not a complete deregulation. Planning Commission view has been in the past, both petrol and diesel should be deregulated.
एक तरफ तो पिछले 3 साल में केंद्र सरकार ने बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियों को 13 लाख करोड़ रुपए के टैक्स कंसेशन दिए हैं, टैक्स की छूट दी है 13 लाख करोड़ रुपए की. और दूसरी तरफ एलपीजी में टोटल एलपीजी गैस सिलेंडर में टोटल सब्सिडी 37,500 करोड़ की है, केवल 37,500 करोड़ की. तो अगर आप 13 लाख करोड़ रुपए की टैक्स के कंसेशन कंपनियों को दे सकते हैं, तो क्या आम आदमी के लिए आप 37,500 करोड़ की टैक्स सब्सिडी नहीं दे सकते?
Well, at the end of the day, regardless of what the political backlash might be, it is the common man who gets to bear the brunt of it all. Moving on for now to the Kudamkulam issue, where hundreds of anti-nuclear protesters stood in the sea for the second day, demanding the preparations for fuel loading into the nuclear reactor be halted. The police has arrested Satish Kumar, a close associate of the convener of PMNSP Uday Kumar, in Chennai for trying to instigate the fishermen to join the stir against the Kudamkulam nuclear power project. The police also stated that the search for Uday Kumar continued. He had earlier announced that he would surrender on Tuesday night, but later did a U-turn.
அதாவது எங்களுக்கு இந்த அணுகுலை வேண்டாம். இந்த அணுகுலையினால ஆபத்து. நாங்களாவது இனி போகிற காலம், இனி எங்கள் சந்ததி எங்கள் மக்கள் எல்லாரும் வாழணும். அதனால் எங்களுக்கு இந்த அணுகுலை வேண்டான்னு சொல்கிறோம் நாங்கள். அதனால் நாங்கள் போராடுறோம். அந்த அணுகுலைக்காக நாங்கள் போராடுறோம்.
This plant which will not help the people to live here because of the routine emission of the plant will destroy the sea and also it will cause so many diseases for the people. That's why we don't want this plant. That's why we are agitating.
More local and national news lined up for you on the other side of a very short break. Stay with us.